Welcome back to the channel. Today I got the 2003 F-150 back in the garage and I am going to replace the power brake booster on it. So let's get started. So here's your power brake booster and this is what I'm going to be replacing. And I just did this master cylinder last weekend and come to find out my brake booster is bad, so we're going to replace this now. First thing I'm going to do is take off this vacuum hose here. Just get a pair of pliers and pull this clip out of the way. Pull that off. Next you're going to pull off your master cylinder bolts here that are going to the brake booster. That's going to be a 14 millimeter. And then your other side here, same thing. Now with those off, you should be able to just pull your master cylinder out. And these does have flex lines on it. Just be careful not to bend these steel lines here. Okay, then go ahead and pull off your level sensor here. So once you get that all done, you can kind of just get this out of the way for now. Like I said, be sure not to bend these lines here. There is a flex line on them, but just try not to bend the steel ones there. And then that should be it for out here, and we'll go inside underneath the dash there. Alright, so under the dash here, I'll show you guys what we got. Get a good angle here. But this is the brake booster here that comes through the firewall. And you got these 4 bolts right here. And then you got to undo the pedal here. So go ahead and pull this back. And drop that down out of the way. Grab your 12 millimeter and undo these 4 nuts here. Alright, so I didn't want to bore you guys with pulling those 4 nuts off. It's kind of a pain to do, just at the wrong angle, and then so just be patient, take your time getting those 4 off. After you do that, go ahead and locate this little yellow cover that's going over the pin holding the booster to the pedal here. And I think you can just kind of, let's see, yeah, just kind of pull on it, and that kind of just pulls off. I guess there's these little, looking at it, there's these 2 tabs. Let's hold over here and see. So here's what that looks like, that little cover going over the pin on the pedal. So yeah, it looks like there's these 2 tabs right here, and you can just squeeze on those, and then that opens this up, and then you can pull it off. Alright, so let's go back under here. Let's get that pin out that's holding the booster to the brake pedal here. See if I can get a good shot on it. Okay. So there's the yellow pin. And then yeah, you should be able to just pull up on this, or you can maybe push with your thumb. I'm going to pull so I don't lose it. And it should just come out. Maybe. Yeah, there it goes. And just pull that guy out. And that's what that guy looks like. Now with that pin out, you should be able to just pull this sensor off. Just slide it, yep, and that just releases straight from your brake pedal there. And then here's your brake booster part right here. So now we should be all loose. Get that guy kind of out of the way. And those 4 bolts out, or nuts, and now we should be able to just go to the top and pull the booster out of there. Alright, so back on the top side here, we'll pull the booster out. And like I said before, just make sure you're not bending these lines coming out of the master cylinder. Just kind of see if you can tuck it out of the way. And I'm hoping I won't have to pull this fuse box off. Hopefully there's enough room to slide it out. And hopefully won't have to remove this air filter. So go ahead and just try pulling that out first. So with the old brake booster out, just comparing it to my new one, and this one is a rebuilt from Cardone, and there's the part number, and it looks pretty similar. Looks like this tag here says that it's supposed to reuse the original boot, so we'll have to reuse this guy. I'll have to swap that over. And what you'll need to do is we'll need to measure the push rod length from this original one right here. So we'll measure that and we'll make it the same on the new one here. Alright, so I was looking at the push rods on the old one and the new one, and I was just measuring it, and the old one has no play, but this new one has a little bit of play. So I'm not exactly sure if I need to adjust this push rod or not, because with this all the way out it's equal to the old one. So I'm just going to go ahead and just go with it and see what it does. And then don't forget to pull this old dust boot off here without ripping it, which is going to be hard to do. I don't know why they just can't send you a new one. Put that guy on there. And we can go ahead and stick it in the truck. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull this boot off because it's kind of hard to fit through that hole, and then we'll put it on once it's in underneath there. And then go ahead and stick your booster in here. Just like that, and then we'll go back underneath and get all that hooked up. So back underneath with your new booster in, take your dust cover, put that back on there. Okay, that's back on there. And then we'll go ahead and first put our 4 bolts in here. And again, I won't bore you with this, so I'll go ahead and do that real quick. Once you get all 4 of those nuts on, you can go ahead and take your sensor, and again, the wires will go out the bottom here, and then put the brake booster part here. This will go in the middle, in between here, and then you can raise your pedal here and just stick that through the hole there. Just like that. That's what it looks like. And let me grab the pin here. So now take your yellow pin here
Go ahead and go from the top and stick that down in the hole here to lock that in. Hard to get a camera on there. There we go, just like that. And then take your yellow cover here, open it up, and looks like this open part here, just stick on there. Kind of go around the pin there, and then close it right on top, and that holds that on there. And then you can take your cover here, stuff this back up in here, cover all that stuff back up. So that should be it for underneath there, and then come back up here to the top side and we'll attach the master cylinder back onto the booster. Grab your 14mm nuts here. Now some of these brake boosters may come with new nuts and everything, but this one did not. Then go ahead and plug in your master cylinder here. And then you'll grab your check valve hose, put that on there. You go ahead and rip this off. On there. All right, and that's how you do a power brake booster on a 2003 Ford F-150. And since we didn't disconnect any lines from the master cylinder, you should not have to bleed the brake system at all. And that should be it. I hope this helps you guys, and I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe. Thank you.